Hi everyone, my name is Melissa. I'm just starting my new channel now, Melissa's Mission to Remission, to Lyme Remission. I've had chronic Lyme disease for 4 years. It took about 3 years to get diagnosed with chronic Lyme. I was very fortunate to have my treatment here in Canada, 100 days of doxycycline and 100 days of clarithromycin, which did help my Lyme at the time. However, shortly after a couple months, I did go back into a relapse, which sent me into a spiraling downward, debilitating hole of tremendous symptoms such as loss of vision, loss of mobility, unable to grasp words, severe brain fog, severe pain. I have a fracture that is in my left shoulder that has been there for 3.5 years now. Once upon a time, I was born into a beautiful, loving family. And my loving, supportive, ginormous family put me into a wonderful sport, figure skating. And I was very blessed at a very young age to be a competitive figure skater, which then I turned into, with perseverance and commitment, an international pair figure skater. That took me until about I was a year 2000. That was my last year of skating. Since then, I went to college. I have a job that I love. I'm unfortunately haven't been able to work in over a year. I've been bedridden since October 2017 with this debilitating disease. There's not very much support in Canada. Actually, hang on a second. There's no support in Canada for Lyme disease. Very minimal. It isn't a very well-diagnosed disease. So a lot of people sadly go through misdiagnosis or just years among years of not knowing what's happening to them, just the feeling of their body shutting down. I was gray. My blood pressure was 60/70 for over a year. I have what's called Lyme carditis in my heart. And then angels and my prayers and my family and my friends all came together. Thank you to Nexus, who did an amazing fundraiser. It was called Melissa's Ride for Lyme. And there's about 80 motorcyclers that attended in less than a month of preparing for this Ride for Lyme. And they all had lime green markers on their bikes, and they all drove as one big unit through our cities and through our towns to raise awareness for me. And that was my first step to getting the real treatment that I needed, which was stem cell treatment out in Beverly Hills, which is saving my life. I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to go to the stem cell treatment. Even though I have severe, debilitating days of healing, I don't use the word herxing anymore because I'm not killing. I'm rebooting my immune system, so I'm healing. So in order for our bodies, for the Lyme disease, for us to heal, for our brains, our nervous systems, our hearts, every joint, every muscle, every bone, everything that this terrible disease attacks and destroys, along with all the co-infections that come along with it. If I didn't have the opportunity to get stem cell treatment, I 100% would not be here today doing this video. I'm very fortunate to have such a very close family and great community and all these people who have been behind me, helping me to get better. But I want to give you guys some positives. I'm not here to make people sad. I'm here to make awareness and to give positives and to let you know that there is hope out there. We just have to find the hope, and we just have to find the right team to get us to our health. So I 100% owe my life to my naturopath. My naturopath has been saving my life for the last year and a half. I go for IV infusions. Well, for the first year, I was going for IV infusions of vitamin C, minerals, phos, ALA, a whole bunch of amazing things for our brains and bodies just to keep me alive. Once a week, I was going. Lyme disease is a very, very financially devastating illness. And because it's so unknown to the medical world here in Canada, it is the most loneliest disease that I think I could ever have, because I don't have the doctor to go to or the hospital to go to help me through these symptoms of my body shutting down before stem cell. I have not had the feeling of my body shutting down in the last 3 weeks since after stem cell. That is amazing. I can feel healing in my body. I have not felt healing in my body in 4 years. How could I not let that trump all the debilitating pain and all the debilitating symptoms that I'm going through in order to get better? In order to get better from this disease, we have to get the Lyme and all the co-infections out, which means pain and which means maybe regression and or a roller coaster of feeling great and then, oh my gosh, my eyes aren't working today. Oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Oh no, there goes my leg. But soon, this will be the roller coaster. Up, 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 it goes. Because I know that if we just stick with our positives, if I thought about all the pain and everything that I was enduring on a daily basis, I wouldn't get the positive feeling in my brain. Oh my gosh, I did a load of laundry. I couldn't do that 2 weeks ago. Oh, the other day I made dinner. I haven't done that in months. These are all things that I did on a daily basis and that are coming back to me. And my children can see a difference in my eyes and in mommy healing. So I just want everyone to know that no matter what your illness, chronic illness may be, whether if it is fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, rheumatoid arthritis, all autoimmune, lupus, cancer, whether any of these diseases are what your mission is, just try and pick one positive out of your day that will make that day worth being awake. That'll make that day worth the fight. Because sometimes our brains like to get consumed with all the things that we have had taken away from us, which our health is major. And once our health is taken away, we grieve. But then we get into the pattern of grieving and grieving and grieving, and we forget what the positive feelings look like or what the positive of that day is. So my mission for you is to try and every night, actually, one of my angels, Augie, my angel, he tells me that we are the master of our body. We are the masters of our healing. And whatever you believe in up above. So I believe in God, whether if it's universe, whatever your belief is. My belief is God and me being the master of my body and the master of my healing. And he told me, Melissa, every day before you go to bed, you tell yourself one positive thing, or more, of course, but definitely one. And when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you're going to do is say another positive to yourself. Just to get you into that feeling, that vibe. Because I know a lot of times with chronic illness, we go to bed not feeling well, and then we wake up hoping to feel well, and we usually don't end up feeling well. So then it's just a circle of sadness. We want to break that circle of sadness. So let's write down those positives. How about each day you say, okay, today I read 2 pages of my book. I couldn't do that last week. That's a huge positive. Even though if it's just this big, that's something. Today, I walked 5 houses down the street with my dog. I wasn't able to do that before. That's a huge positive. And we have to self-talk, and we have to tell ourselves that we can do it, and we have to tell ourselves that we are strong and that we are in charge of our bodies, and we have to believe, and we have to have hope. So I hope that this video gives you a couple strategies on how to keep our minds positive and healthy so that we can heal and make more awareness for this debilitating disease, chronic Lyme. A smile is often started by another one's smile.